Truth9ja don't come again. Naija don't come again. Hey, hey. Truth9ja don't come again. Naija don't come again. Truth9ja don't come again. Naija don't come again. Truth9ja don't come again. Naija don't come again. You get liver to here, make we go. Now only truth with the yarn for yeah, no fear. Oh. If you no fear, I'm a beg waka go. Mr. Truth9ja no get your time. We dey talk and roll, we dey talk and prime. If you fear truth, oh yeah, sit down, yeah. Now the hand don't start to make it clear. To all my people where they watch, I hail you now. Now the real gist we they drop, no drama. Truth9ja don't come again. Truth9ja don't come again. You get liver to here and make we go. Now only truth we dey yarn for yeah, no fear. Oh. If you no fear, I'm a beg waka go. Mr. Truth9ja no get your time. We dey talk and raw, we dey talk and prime. If you fear truth, oh yeah, sit down, yeah. Now the hand don't start to make it clear. To all my people where they watch, I hello now. Now the real gist when they drop, no drama. Truth9ja don't come again. Truth9ja don't come again. Truth9ja don't come again. Naija don't come again. Hey, hey. Truth9ja don't come again. Naija don't come again. Truth9ja don't come again. Naija don't come again. Truth9ja don't come again. Naija don't come again.
Yes, welcome back again to this live stream. Today we will be discussing about the disadvantages of APC Bola Tinubu's government. What Nigerians have suffered in the hands of APC in the past few years, in the past 10 years, and then in the 2 years of Bola Tinubu's APC leadership. It has been so disaster. So welcome to the show.
Naija don't come again. Hey, hey. Truth9ja don't come again. Naija don't come again. Truth9ja don't come again. Naija don't come again. Truth9ja don't come again. Naija don't come again. You get liver to here, make we go. fi hear am abeg waka go. Mr. Truth9ja no get your time. We dey talk am raw, we dey talk am prime. If you fear truth, oh yeah, sit down here. Now the hand don't start to make it clear. To all my people where they watch, I hail you now.
Yes, as I was saying, welcome back to Truth9ja, and today we will be discussing the disadvantages of APC democracy in Nigeria. How have we felt? What is our feelings? What's our experiences under the APC leadership? To my fellow Nigerians, una welcome. This no be ordinary talk. This na reality check. For more than 10 years, we done there under the APC government. A government that promised change, but delivered change. This episode no be propaganda, it's truth. The disadvantages of APC democracy don't spoil our economy, our morals, and even our hope as a people. Make we yarn, make we reason, make we face truth, because if truth no speak, lies will continue to rule. Today, we go break down from politics to policy, from economy to morality, how APC democracy became a system where winner takes all and the people losing everything. The first one be say, when APC came in 2015, they said change has come. But the change we got was pain wrapped in politics. APC's democracy is not democracy. It's a cartel. Winner takes all. Loser loses voice. Once they win election, they lock out everyone that's not loyal to them. They share appointments among friends, godfathers, and loyalists. Not based on competence, but connection. So how can a country or an economy grow with that type of with that system of leadership? How can the country grow? That's the big question. Let's listen to this song, and then when I come back, we'll continue with the analysis.
They promised us change, but they brought chains. They came with brooms, but swept away our hope. Now the streets whisper their name. APC, all political coven. God, help your children. APC, now then we know, came with big grammar. Put the country low, hunger as weapon, suffering as tool. We they cry while them they rule. Jagaban on top the throne, but my people they suffer alone. Tinubu they smile for press parade, but not tears full the masquerade. My heart go out to freedom fighters. Then we die so we feel all lighters. Then we march with blood on shoe. Now this be the dream we they suffer through. Our political coven na them day. Promise us heaven, deliver pain. Judiciary joint room clean nothing. National Assembly na full-time working. They kill dreams with a fancy pen. New border soldiers in the jungle then. This democracy don't turn to scam, but Naija go rise, we no go jam. National Assembly, what a shame. Empty seats, full pockets, who to blame?
That's where they got it. That is where they cook.
Senate don't turn to fashion fair. The judges, they wear white robe, but the black inside na dark as globe. Judiciary now the kiss ring. No longer the voice of the suffering. Hope where the inside cut the rot. The common man no get any slot. Justice for sale, now who get cash? Others they wait, make them burn to ash.
If they care about Nigeria, these are the things.
We watch them build mansions on broken promises. We watch them dance while mothers cry for rice.
All right, welcome back. We will I want to play us this video so that we know the caliber of people that the APC government is working with. These are people of questionable characters, yet the APC chose to work with them.
If they care about Nigeria,
Let's listen
these
to
are the
this.
things for them to push. The former MD of Alpha Beta has lodged a petition in EFCC for the investigation of Asiwaju. There have been petitions raised to this fact that Asiwaju during his time as in Lagos, he removed Mamora, who was a very successful senator, and put his wife there. His son took charge of the control of the billboard management. His daughter became the Iyaloja of Lagos. His wife became the supplier of the diesel in Lagos. He turned Alpha Beta, his own company, to become the tax collection machinery of Lagos. That's one. 3 days ago in Kano, Maope, the daughter of Asiwaju took 10 million naira cash, dropped it on the floor. It is on video where they took it and they were sharing to people. Can somebody define money laundering for me, please? Now, there is even an investigative journalist.
Do you have that video?
I will forward it to you. I have it. It's circulated. The raw video. Have you not seen the video, sir? Raw video.
You have the video. You have her on video dropping the money in cash?
The fellow that she visited was speaking on microphone in a language understood by all. And he told them, the daughter of Asiwaju, even called her His Excellency, and I have no recollection whether she has ever been a governor or wife of a governor. He said, Her Excellency brought 10 million naira cash for me here. But I'm going to take 1 million and 9 million, I will share it. Can they bring the money? They took the Ghana must go there raw in the presence of people. That is called money laundering.
But Mr. Bola, are you relying on a third party to say that was actually 10 million naira?
You could see it.
Who proved it was 10 million naira?
The video showed the money. I'm not talking of perception. The video, money.
Anything can happen. There could be paper underneath and money on top. How
You think that Iyaloja of Lagos, of Lagos will carry paper to that place?
You know your lawyer.
So we are now calling on EFCC to investigate. And you know, when we ask that the law enforcement should investigate, we use the word investigate because we know what law means. They are saying prosecute. It's a crass ignorance of the law that a senior advocate will call for a meeting and be ordering law enforcement to arrest. You start by investigating, then you now arrest, and then you prosecute.
Now, so this is the caliber of people that the APC government is appointing, leaving people with good characters, with good morals out of the government. Those that know how to build, those that know how to push the system to grow, put them aside and bring criminals, people with questionable character like Daniel Bola and the rest of them. This is the type of people that APC government is working with. How can a country grow with this caliber of people? How possible is that? It is not possible that this country will grow with this type of people. But I'm not surprised because the government itself, the leader of the government itself, being the person of Bola Tinubu, is a man of questionable character. So you cannot expect a dove to fly in the midst of eagles. A dove has to fly with doves. An eagle has to fly with eagles. So a criminal will have to be called a criminal, and a good man or a good woman will have to work with good people. That is how life works. That's how life works. If you bring a goat, if you take a goat and then you bring a lion and put two of them together, what will happen? The lion devours the goat. But if you keep the goat one side and put lion and other lions in the other side, they will live in peace and harmony. If they are having their battle for who become the boss or whatever, that is their business. That is their business. So this is the kind of government we have. So let's dive straight into the analysis that I have for us today. Now, APC government is a government of winner takes all. The winner takes all. All this system breeds corruption. It forces politicians to treat elections as a war because losing means exile from power and resources. When power becomes survivor, You invite criminals to fight for you. That's why APC democracy is filled with thugs and ex-criminals. They see politics as investment and government as return on investment. The same people will kill for votes. Now they sit in government houses collecting millions monthly, while those that merit those positions are out of the system. Is that democracy or organized crime? Tinubu himself carries a heavy past, a criminal case in the US, allegations of drug-related money, and now surround himself by men of questionable character. Do we talk of the chief of staff that also has a criminal record in the US, being a person of Bajabia Miller? We can't pretend anymore. The foundation of APC was built on lies. It was built on lies, intimidation, and deceit. If the head is corrupt, if the head is corrupt, the body go rotten. How you expect good governance when the same people that destroyed yesterday are controlling today? I will play us a video. I'll play us a video right now so that we will know where we are actually coming from. Some persons will see me, I think that I hate APC or I hate Bola Tinubu. I don't. I love him because he's like a father to us. He's a father to us in the first. He's a father to us. I'm not denying that fact. But when a father is wrong and a father has a questionable character and refuses to change from those things he was doing, then there's a problem. And if a child or a good son or a good daughter of the father refuses to tell the dad, Daddy, what you are doing is wrong, what you are doing is bad, then it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. And indirectly telling the children that, please, continue with what I'm doing, continue with my legacy, continue to steal the way I'm stealing, continue to be corrupt. That is the fact. So I want to play this video. Let's just see what the APC, one of the APC member, the former governor of Ekiti State, said about how they sabotaged Jonathan's government. Then we can continue from there.
Nigerians don't even want to be, they don't want government in their life, if you like. So if we can solve the existential challenge of electricity, for example, the hairdresser, the canoe man who wants his boat engine to function well, the street trader, they will thrive without government coming into their lives and micromanaging their lives, because Nigerians really don't want that. So, making Nigerian work, in my humble opinion, also means asking ourselves, how do we build a consensus around the notion of Nigeria that is acceptable to all of us? We cannot get into the developmental challenge fully unless we understand who we are and where we want to go. And that is why it's a complementary issue. Yes, we must answer the developmental challenge. We must put the feet of those we have elected into office to fire. But we also must understand what it is that we want to do as a country, what it means to be who we are, and the nature of even the government we want to run. One of the things I saw this morning on my way here was a cable news interview with our former president, President Olusegun Obasanjo, where he was saying that he's come to the conclusion that the liberal democracy as we have practiced it is no longer working for Africans, and we need to revisit it. He didn't quite say that he has an answer. They asked him, so what's your solution? He said, I don't know. But we need to begin to interrogate this liberal democracy, and I agree with him. If we must move from political alternatives, and we have political alternatives all the time. If we're not happy with PDP, we go to APC. If we're not happy with APC, we go to Labour, NMPP. I think we are almost at a dead end on that. We need alternative politics rather than political alternatives. And my own notion of alternative politics that can lead us to building a better consensus around progress is that you cannot have 37% of the vote and take 100% of the spoils. It is not going to work. It's not going to help build consensus. It's time that we as a country begin to look in the direction of what is generally known as proportional representation, so that the party declared to have won 21% of the vote also has 21% of the government. That way, we will all see ourselves as critical stakeholders, because we know what adversarial politics breeds. Adversarial politics always breeds division and enmity. Even when what President Jonathan is doing, which 10 or so years after, all the political parties in this country agreed with. They even put it in their manifesto. Subsidy must be removed. Subsidy must be removed. Subsidy must be removed. We in ACN at the time we in ACN at the time in 2012, we know the truth, sir. But it is all politics. And that is why we must ensure that everybody is a critical stakeholder.
So you can hear him. You can hear him saying that when Jonathan wanted to remove the fuel subsidy, that they opposed to it because they wanted to be in power. Not that they didn't know that what he wanted to do was the right thing. Now the question is this: if that fuel subsidy was removed at that time compared to now, which would have been better? Which would have been better? We cannot lick the boots of those that have caused us pain. And there's no denial that APC is a failure. Tinubu's APC is a monumental failure. We cannot lie to ourselves. We can't. APC democracy is not people's power. It's a family business. Tinubu's APC is a family business. It's not people's government. They hurriedly introduced a cyber law to trap us. Police now arrest bloggers online. If you speak the truth, they arrest you. APC fears one thing, and that thing is the truth. When you speak the truth, they come after you. But they forget that truth is what keeps a nation going. If you live in self-denial, the country remains where it is. That's why we are where we are today. Instead of paying some people without brains to go online and be preaching to people that APC is working, APC is doing this, why APC is doing nothing, then the country is going nowhere. I am not saying that Nigeria must have a president that is a saint, because nobody is a saint. Anyhow I want to see it, God has put him there. Anyhow, no matter how he came into power, whether he stole it or not, he is now our president, and we must respect that. But the truth is that now that you are the president, you are not only the president of your household or the president of your tribes alone. You are now a president of a nation called Nigeria. You are now a president of a country called Nigeria. So you should act as the father of all, not the father of few. That is how it should be. Give appointments to the right people, not these type of people that are bootlickers. That means nothing. That doesn't mean well for the country. What they are after is their stomach and the stomach of their families. That's why they already passed this cybercrime law anyway, cybercrime act anyway, to fight internet fraud, but to silence Nigerians. The same internet that brought hope to youth, they now use to monitor and jail critics. The government says it's protecting national security, but in truth, it's protecting its image. Why protect your image when you know that what you are doing is right? We'll take example of Abia State Governor. Abia State Governor, today nobody speaks anything bad about him because he's making good use of the little resources that is coming to the state. He's making good use of it. Nobody speaks bad about him. So what you do speaks for you. If you do good, it speaks for you. When you tweet about hunger, they call it hate speech. That's APC. You expose corruption, they call it cyber stalking. This same APC sabotaged Jonathan's subsidy removal in 2012, saying it was anti-people. Now they do the same, even worse, and call it reform. They say Jonathan was weak. But who is weaker now? Who is weaker? Who is weaker? That's a question to ask. That's the question to ask. Who is weaker? Trump threatens that if APC don't stop the killings of Christians, if APC don't stop the killing of Christians, then they are coming in to attack the bandits, and APC members are running helter-skelter. Forgetting that this same Tinubu said something about Jonathan, tweeted about Jonathan in 2014. What did he say? The slaughtering of Christians worsening. The slaughtering of Christian worshippers is strongly condemnable. It calls to question the competence of Jonathan to protect Nigerians. That was his tweet. So what changed now? Christians were being massacred under Jonathan through the militias that the same APC brought into power. This is what one of their members said. How we brought in Fulani militias from Mali, Sierra Leone, Senegal, others to win 2015 election. That's from Kawu Baraje. He's a member of the APC. It's very clear that APC know what they are doing. And I want us to understand that I don't hate APC because after all, they are our brothers and sisters. Why should I hate my brothers and sisters? But when my brother is doing something wrong, I should be able to tell him that what you are doing is not right. I should be able to tell him that what you are doing is not right. They said Jonathan was weak, but who is weaker now? A friend was saying that my pikin no fit even go school again. Would they manage 1 meal a day? When we talk, then say, would they insult government? Now, so we go to fear our own leaders. A government that fears criticism is a government that knows it has failed. Freedom of speech no be crime. It's our right. Under the APC, we now have lawlessness. Lawlessness as leadership. Under APC, rule of law is optional. They obey court orders only when it favors them and disobey the same court when it doesn't. From human rights violations to illegal detentions, Nigeria has become a country where the government decides what justice means. If the constitution can't protect us, then democracy is dead. APC has weakened the judiciary, bullied the legislature, and silenced the media. That's dictatorship in disguise. Internet fraud, known as Yahoo Yahoo, existed long ago, but APC policies made it explode. When a young man sees a president living large while he can't feed, he learns to survive by any means. We no longer have children. Every teenager wants to drive Mercedes-Benz, not because of ambition, but frustration. APC created a generation that believes fraud pays faster than hard work. When the system rewards corruption, morality dies. The students you see today are simply reflecting the leaders they watch on TV. Subsidy madness and economic collapse. Tinubu's first move as president was to remove fuel subsidy. A bold step, yes, it was the right thing to do, but it was done wrongly. It was implemented wrongly. A leader did not speak carelessly the way Tinubu spoke the first day. Subsidy is gone without knowing what was on ground. The question we are going to ask is this: the money that was paid on that subsidy for those few months that Buhari left power, where is the money? Who can give us account of that money? Nobody can give us account of it. Nobody. No preparation, no plan, no safety net for the poor. Which country removes all subsidies, fuel, electricity, and currency flotation all at once? Are you trying to kill the people? The reform should have been gradual. You remove fuel subsidy first, people adjust to it, then you give time, you remove electricity subsidy, people adjust. Gradually, people get used to it. But what did APC do? Because they lack understanding about leadership, they remove everything all at once, and people are suffering. The reform should have been gradual. The APC rushed everything. The rich adjusted quickly. The poor collapsed instantly. Inflation went from 18% to 30%. Bread, rice, transport, all became luxury. Before Tinubu entered, I did buy fuel, 180 naira per liter. Now, it don't reach 850 naira to 1,000 naira. That is what a driver was saying. My passengers no fit pay. I no fit eat. Now, who will offend? A big question. The same leaders that preach sacrifice enjoy free fuel, free electricity, and free security. The National Assembly passed a bill for life imprisonment for defiling minors. Good law, good law. But what about those who defile the economy? What about life imprisonment for looters? APC democracy protects thieves and punishes whistleblowers. That's not justice. That's hypocrisy. Every month they borrow billions, yet there's nothing to show. Hospitals empty, roads collapsing, schools dying. The only thing growing is their pockets. It's their pockets. Let's listen to this song. When I come back, we will continue with our program.
They promised us change, but they brought chains. They came with brooms, but swept away our hope. Now the streets whisper their name. APC, all political coven. God, help your children. APC, now then we know, came with big grammar. Put the country low, hunger as weapon, suffering as tool. We they cry while them they rule. Jagaban on top the throne, but my people they suffer alone. Tinubu they smile for press parade, but not tears full the masquerade. My heart go out to freedom fighters. Then we die so we feel all lighters. Then we march with blood on shoe. Now this be the dream we they suffer through. Our political cover na them day. Promise us heaven, believe I pay. Judiciary join broom clean nothing. National Assembly na full-time working. They kill dreams with a fancy pen. New border soldiers in the jungle then. This democracy don't turn to scam, but Naija go rise, we no go jam. National Assembly, what a shame. Empty seats, full pockets, who to blame? Akpabia disgrace to the red chair. Senate don't turn to fashion fair. The judges they wear white robe, but the black inside na dark as globe. Judiciary now they kiss ring, no longer the voice of the suffering. Hope where the inside cut the rot. The common man no get any slot. Justice for sale, now who get cash? Others they wait, make them burn to ash. We watch them build mansions on broken promises. We watch them dance while mothers cry for rice. A country so rich in spirit, but held hostage by political bandits. And yet, we never break. All political covenant, them there. Promise us heaven, believe I pay. Judiciary join broom clean nothing. National Assembly na full-time working. They kill dreams with a fancy pen. Kill border soldiers in the jungle then. This democracy don't turn to scam, but Naija go rise, we no go jam. God arise for your children. Deliver us from these criminals in office. Let the chains break. Let the truth speak.
Yes, welcome back. Let's discuss about insecurity, religion, and karma. Now, in 2014, Tinubu mocked Jonathan, saying he was weak for watching Christians being killed. Now, under Tinubu, killings continue and silence reigns. The same jihadist Buhari used to win power now threatens his successor. I won't blame Tinubu for this because I don't think he knew of what Buhari did. I keep asking myself one question. What did Buhari do? What did he do to Nigerians that he was begging for forgiveness? He asked Nigerians for forgiveness. What can he tell us his sin? The sin he committed that made him ask Nigerians for forgiveness? How can you forgive a sin you know nothing about? If you can come out and tell us, they can tell us the sin he committed that he was begging for forgiveness, then we can actually consider forgiving him because he has caused us so much pain. The APC government inherited terrorism and expanded it. So I won't say that terrorism started directly under the APC, but they amplified it because they needed the bandits. They needed them to win the election. Today we have bandits, kidnappers, and religious extremists. It's echoes with no end in sight. Even America is watching. Trump wants Tinubu stop the killings or face consequences. But Tinubu remains quiet, though he's working anyway. This morning, I was going through the dailies this morning, and I heard that he has decided to appoint ambassadors, and I laughed. How can a government decide that we don't need ambassadors? There is no need for ambassadors. We don't need them. It baffles me the way our leaders think. For the past how many years, no ambassadors. Now that Donald Trump has threatened, he has decided to do the needful. That's okay. according to what they say, is better never, is better to is better late than never. But can you stop appointing all these unpatriotic people that are after their stomach alone, people that believe in stomach infrastructure instead of the growth of the country? I believe Tinubu can still do something positive because he still has time. And the National Assembly is a rubber stamp National Assembly. Anything he tells them to do, they do. Why not take advantage of that? Introduce policies that can help people, not policies that can kill people or unalive people. People are struggling to eat. One of my friends was telling me, my husband, my son, all gone, killed by who? By bandits and all these terrorists. Government no do anything. Government no they talk. No arrest, no justice. This no be democracy. This na disaster. Freedom of speech gone. Electricity gone. It's not even available for people to use. Affordable life gone. APC has turned Nigeria into a country where suffering is policy. Ibaba was telling me, I dey pay tax for every transfer I make. Even when I withdraw money, them collect again. Waiting remain for me. They tax the poor and enrich themselves. Electricity tariff higher than house rent. This is not governance. It's tax collection by force. The disadvantages of APC democracy are massive. Insecurity, corruption, moral decay, economic collapse, fear, and silence. But history has shown us no empire lasts forever. Karma is coming. The same system that brought APC to power will expose their lies. Nigeria will rise again, but only when we stop worshiping politicians and start demanding accountability. APC promised change. We got change. But every season has its end. Our voice may be suppressed, but not silenced forever. That's a fact. To every Nigerian watching this, speak up, demand truth, don't fear, because one day when the truth finally rises, all lies must fall. I remain your host, Mr. Truth9ja. Thanks for watching Truth9ja. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real talk about Nigeria's politics and power games. Stay safe, stay informed, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.
They promised us change, but they brought chains. They came with brooms, but swept away our hope. Now the streets whisper their name. APC, all political coven. God, help your children. APC, now then we know, came with big grammar. Put the country low, hunger as weapon, suffering as tool. We they cry while them they rule. Jagaban on top the throne, but my people they suffer alone. Tinubu they smile for press parade, but not tears full the masquerade. My heart go out to freedom fighters. Then we die so we feel all lighters. Then we march with blood on shoe. Now this be the dream we they suffer through. Our political coven na them day. Promise us heaven, deliver pain. Judiciary joint room clean nothing. National Assembly na full-time outing. They kill dreams with a fancy pen. New border soldiers in the jungle then. This democracy don't turn to scam, but Naija go rise, we no go jam. National Assembly, what a shame. Empty seats, full pockets, who to blame? Akpabia disgrace to the red chair. Senate don't turn to fashion fair. The judges, they wear white robe, but the black inside na dark as globe. Judiciary now they kiss ring, no longer the voice of the suffering. Hope where the inside cut the rot. The common man no get any slot. Justice for sale, now who get cash? Others they wait, make them burn to ash. We watch them build mansions on broken promises. We watch them dance while mothers cry for rice. A country so rich in spirit, but held hostage by political bandits. And yet, we never break. All political covenant, them there. Promise us heaven, believe our day. Judiciary join broom clean nothing. National Assembly na full-time hawking. They kill dreams with a fancy pen. Kill border soldiers in the jungle then. This democracy don't turn to scam, but Naija go rise, we no go jam. God, arise for your children. Deliver us from these criminals in office. Let the chains break. Let the truth speak. Let Nigeria rise from this grave. Amen.
Wahala for APC government. Them things say we know they see am. It go soon go round. Waiting go around, go surely come around. Wahala for APC government. We go come back. Oh. Wahala for them greedy men. We go reach them house. Oh. If you live for glass house, no they throw stone. Not truth we talk. Oh. Tinubu talk for 2 TV 40. Say Jonathan lazy man. Say they sleep when jihadists they buy Christian. Now we don't turn a mountain, Trump done the one. I'm say stop the pine. Now who incompetent now? Now who no fit govern now? APC don't turn our life to survive every exam. Wahala for APC government. No sabi government. Wahala for fake policy. We dey suffer, them dey flex. Now pepper we dey chop every day. Dollar don't climb, people know they pay rent again. Them say so VD go help, but he just fight the poor. Then they introduce policy to buy us more. Canada court don't vex, label APC, PDP terrorist name. Now through corruption, through pain, them turn Naija to suffering game. My people shine your eye. Don't be everything where shine the gold though. If them promise you change, check the fine print. Cause the APC don't show us pepper. The hot past you. Wahala for APC government. Wahala for greedy men. Now them go feel. If you live for glass house, no they throw stone. Na cycle of karma be this. APC chop, PDP chop. But one day, Nigeria go rise. Make the truth set us free. Wahala done too much.
APC, not them we know. King with big karma, put the country low. Hunger as weapon, suffering as tool. We they cry while then they rule. Jagaban on top the throne. But my people they suffer alone. Tinubu they smile for press parade, but not tears for the masquerade. My heart go out to freedom fighters. Then we die so we feet hold like us. Then we march with blood on shoe. Like this be the dream we dey suffer through. Oh, political government,
now then the rake. Promise us heaven, deliver pay. Judiciary join brew, clean nothing. National Assembly, no food monkey. They kill dreams with a fancy pen. Killed more than soldiers in the jungle then. This democracy don't talk to scam, but 9ja go rise, it don't go jam. National Assembly, what a shame. Empty seats, full pockets, who to blame? Akpabio, disgrace to the red chair. Senate built on the fashion fair. The judges, they wear white robe, but the black inside na dark as glow. Judiciary now they kiss ring, no longer the voice of the suffering. Hope with it inside court they rot. The common man don't get any slot. Justice for sale now, who get cash? Others the weak feeling but ash. We watch them build mansions from broken promises. We watch them dance while mothers cry for rice. A country so rich in spirit, but held hostage by political power. Yes, never free. Political government, now then they break. Promise us heaven, deliver pay. Judiciary join brew, clean nothing. National Assembly, no food monkey. They kill dreams with a fancy pen. Killed more than soldiers in the jungle then. This democracy don't talk to scam, but 9ja go rise, it don't go jam. I don't know what. Promise us heaven, deliver pay. Judiciary join brew, clean nothing. National Assembly, no food monkey. God arise for your children. Deliver us from these criminals in office. Let the chains break. Let the truth speak. Let Nigeria rise from this grave. Amen.
While I do, while I for APC government. Them things that we know they see on. It go soon go round. Waiting go around, go surely come around. Wahala for APC government. It go come back home. Wahala for them greedy men. It go reach them household. If you live for glass house, no they trust oh. Now truth we talk oh. Tinubu talk for 2014. Say Jonathan lazy man. Saying they sleep when jihadis they buy Christian. Now we don't turn our hometown. Trump done they want them. Say stop the pain. Now who incompetent? No. Now who no fi govern? No. APC don't turn our life to survival exam. You are holla for APC government.
They promised us change.
White and green, but behind the smiles were fangs unseen. Said they came to save the land, but now we bleed not by sword, but by hand. APC, what does it mean? Our promises cancelled, that's what we've seen. It came with change, but it came with chains. Now we cry out loud from hunger pains. They sit in towers made of gold, while the streets are filled with stories untold. Poverty dancing in the market square. No food to eat, just dust in the air. Call them what they are, our political carbon. Sucking our blood while the country is burning. Truth is buried, justice is sold. Nigeria's heart is bitter and cold. Our political carbon wearing sheepskin, but under the robe is the devil's grin. Enough is enough, we're taking a stand. This is a cry for our stolen land. They fight corruption while alive, while their pockets grow fat and the people die. Fuel price high, yet they fly jets, while the poor man drowns in unpaid debts. No jobs, no light, no hope in sight, yet they throw parties deep in the night. They plant their seeds in tribal hate, and now they're dining off our fate. Call them what they are, our political carving, sucking our blood while the country is burning. Truth is buried, justice is sold. Nigeria's heart is bitter and cold. Our political carving wearing sheepskin, but under the robe is the devil's grin. Enough is enough, we're taking a stand. This is a cry for our stolen land. Never silence, no more fear. We want justice, make it clear. We won't bow, we won't break. We rise for 9ja, no mistake. This is not just a song, it's a statement. Not just lyrics, it's a lament. From the ashes we will rise. rise. Naija will not be hypnotized. Political coven, wearing sheepskin, but under the robe is the devil's green. Enough is enough, we're taking a stand. This is our cry for our stolen land.
White, behind the smiles were fangs unseen. Said they came to save the land, but now we bleed, not by sword, but by hand.
APC, what does it mean? All promises cancelled, that's what we've seen. They came with change, but it came with chains. Now we cry out loud from hunger pains. They sit in towers made of gold, while the streets are filled with stories untold. Poverty dancing in the market square, no food to eat, just dust in the air. Don't know what they are, all political coven, sucking our blood while the country is burning. Truth is buried, justice is sold. Nigeria's heart is bitter and cold. All political coven, wearing sheepskin, but under the robe is the devil's grin. Enough is enough, we're taking a stand. This is our cry for our stolen land. They said they fight corruption, what a lie. While their pockets grow fat and the people die. Fuel price higher, they fly jets, while the poor man drowns in unpaid debts. No jobs, no lights, no hope in sight, yet they throw parties deep in the night. They plant their seeds in tribal hate, and now they're dining off our fate. Don't know what they are, all political coven, sucking our blood while the country is burning. Truth is buried, justice is sold. Nigeria's heart is bitter and cold. All political coven, where is she?
Them come with white and green, but not teeth when they hide for screen. Them toxin I change them bring, but now our blood we they use clean their sin. If you see what they mean, all promises cancelled, now what till we don't see. Them say change go long, but not change we wear. Hunger they knock, but nobody they hear. They did for balance, they chop jollof. While we they hustle, life they rough. No lights, no work, no rice to buy, but in the flex they pop champagne for sky. Call them waiting, them be all political coven. Then they suck our blood while the country they rotten. Truth don't die, justice don't fade. Naija hearts don't turn to blade. All political coven, wear sheep clothes, but inside now vampire blood them chop. We don't tire, we don't vest, this na shout for our country, we don't wreck. Them say corruption go die, now wash. Their own thief, na international class. Fuel go up, them still they fly. Poor man they cry, them know they try. No job, no light, future no sure. But them they throw party, they shout with pure. Them use tribes scatter the ground. Now then they laugh while we they drown. All them waiting, them be all political coven. Them they suck our blood while the country they rotten. Truth don't die, justice don't fade. Naija hearts don't turn to blade. All political coven, wear sheep clothes, but inside the vampire blood them chop. We don't tire, we don't vest, this na shout for our country, we don't wreck. No more keep quiet, no more fear. We need justice, make them hear. We no go bend, we no go break. Naija must rise, we day awake. No be song be this, now warning. No be beats, now I'm warning. From this wahala we go
come
right.
again. Naija don't come again. Hey, hey. Truth9ja don't come again. Naija don't come again. Truth9ja don't come again.